Dextor plays They Are Billions by Numantain Games. Welcome to the They Are Billions After Action Report on the Nest of the Harpies. So we went into this one, we had a couple of choices, and we decided to pick this one out because it had the 3 skulls, and I want to keep, go through the easier ones to get the tech as best I can. This one had 240 tech, and based off of the description, destroy all infected, keep the colony pop to 1600, and destroy all villages of doom. It looked like maybe we wouldn't have some swarms. We had to clear the map, and 1600 is about one market's full worth of stone houses. So this seemed pretty doable to me. We started off getting in there with a little bit of a reaching out, building the houses from our central point or outpost, because I was trying to find a place that I could get a full market load of housing. As it turned out, we got out a little bit further, and there really wasn't a nice place to do the market. But we did get a good row of houses going. I think started off pretty well with getting quite a bit of buildings and some cash going in the early game. After that, we did drop down a bit of food. We were having a little bit of an issue trying to get to the point where I had the market. And actually, the market, I think, came in kind of late. I didn't have the market down until day 7. And that was a little bit painful. We did find some nice choke points early on. And as we find out on this map, there are some very, very strong choke points. And all the entrances are pretty tight onto this map. So we haven't, as we got further on into the game, we discovered that there was a west entrance, a forked east entrance where they could come from one of 2 places on the east, and a north entrance. And our first swarm came in on day 16 from the north. We fought that off pretty easily, continued on through the expansion both to the west and to the east, pushed all the way to the farthest east point, and then found that the north side had this wonderful choke point, popped that sucker down and cut it off. We had a little bit of an issue just trying to secure it initially. There was a lot of problems trying to get myself up in both population and cash. I didn't focus on it strong enough. By day 30, we should have had our full 1600 people, and I didn't even have stone yet. So I think stone came in around day 27. And then we went into really starting to build from there. And I started really hard focusing on the growth, even did a second marketplace for some additional cash. I should have had that in my head already, that I needed to do the second market for cash. So 2 markets, associated buildings, also got the banks next to them to up the cash count. And at that point, we were really able to start building out our defenses, both on the east and the west side, and then push into the north. So my first goal there was just to get to the point where I could isolate out all of the villages of doom. Cleared out the last village of doom around day 35-ish, I think, maybe 36. And then I started to secure the walls. My west wall never got attacked. My east wall, both of them got attacked. And the north wall never got attacked. The north swarm came in before I had a wall down. So I feel like defending on this map is fairly easy, as long as you get yourself teched up pretty quick. As far as getting your cash up and your economy booming, you can do that pretty well. Keep your focus on your upgrades. Get to the iron forgery, the forge. Get the forge going so you can get your updated quarries flying. And then what I did was a kind of a creep into the harpy nest itself. The harpy nest is up in the upper right side. It says it's supposed to be in the northwest, but it looks like it's in the northeast. So that's a little bit of a description issue there. Got myself a little bit of a wall, did some defense. Now the harpies can jump over walls. So I don't know if that's a case of they can jump over 1, 2, or 3, but I did see them jump over a single wall. So they might be able to jump over more than that. Did build up a couple of turrets, started to spam out a lot of snipers. One of the things, it takes a sniper 2 shots to take out a harpy. So The other thing is they move in so fast that if you just take in snipers, the harpies will get in and kill something before they can even take a shot. So, lead me to believe, and I didn't do it, it leads me to believe, though, that maybe soldiers would be a better choice, both because they have the armor to take the hits and because they have a faster firing, that they can start dropping down fire on the harpies as they come in much quicker than any of the other things. I feel like if you got enough rangers, you can drop a harpy before it does any real damage, but you're going to have to be pretty quick with that. Still, I got up to the point where I was near the entrance to the crater. I built up a wall, and I started doing this pulling routine with the rangers running around in circles, going in, aggroing a bunch of 5 to 8 harpies, running them back along the wall, and they were staying glued on the ranger that they were first aggroed against, which allowed all of my guys to just shoot the crap out of them and take them down. So that was actually one way to bleed off harpies. I think the noise got a little bit severe at one point, and the wall got charged, and that was early on when I was just doing the rangers, but later on, they can come in, they can do some damage, when you start to pull them. But keep in mind, you can make a lot of noise with the snipers, and I suspect the same thing is true for the soldiers. So you might still want to keep your main army back, and then run up forward with the ranger, who's got some decent speed, and just kite the guys around. Now, they can keep up with you, but they won't be able to swipe because they'll stop to take an attack and you'll move out of range. So you can keep your ranger alive as long as you don't stop or turn back against those harpies as they come in. So in this particular case, we built up the walls. I got all the way up to the edge of the crater and just kept aggroing these guys in. And then it got to the point where there's so few of them, I just went in with the mob and cleaned up. So I feel also that the harpies are going to be pretty easy to deal with as far as if you got the time to whittle them down and pull them out and take them in chunks. You could take small bites and work them down to the point where then you can just run in there and run them over. If you aggro them all, they will make mincemeat of you. At the end, we also discovered that there is a Gamma Medical Center. That's a hero adventure we might want to go into, but it is blocked by, I think it's like 2,000 harpies. And I feel that this is now time for me to go get the Lucifer. The Lucifer looks like it's going to be really great in swarm missions. And I spent my tech before I really thought about what I needed to do with the swarms. And so I think I'm going to have to go for the other mission down below, to get that one before I can go in and take out this next mission. So that's going to be my plan. I think I'm going to go for the next city, clear that out. And once I clear out that city, then I'll come up here to the Gamma Center and start clearing out some of these, at least that one swarm, go in with my hero, and then I'll clear the rest of the swarms. So that's the after action report. At the end of the day, it came out pretty well. I was able to, I had 70 days to get the mission done. I was able to finish it on day 64. So I had 5 days left at the end. And I think we could have done much better than that in time if I had stuck to my economy a little bit better than I did. But come back and join me on the next episode. So thank you for listening to the After Action Report. We'll talk to you later.
Creeping through the shadows and the corners of your mind. I go where the wind blows. I run but I don't hide. I hear the call of the wild, whispering the name. No, I can't be tamed. My heart belongs to the night. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm a lone wolf. I'm a lone wolf. I'm a lone wolf, I'm a lone wolf, I'm a lone wolf, I'm a lone wolf, I'm a